Hello everyone, how's it going? Yeah, what am I going to talk about today? Oh, well, still in Buluru Centre, just moved to a new place, living on a farm now because the timber yard I was living and working at didn't really work out, but managed to be offered a job elsewhere. I was already working at the farm, just like two, 3 days a week. They just offered me a full-time job as the other place wasn't working out. But yeah, so still working on my 8 days. And yeah, got a bit of time off today. It's Sunday today. I was driving a tractor earlier, doing a bit of seeding, but I heard there's a trials bike competition going on down the road. So I'm gonna go take a quick look at that. And yeah, something I haven't seen before. Well, I've seen it on YouTube, but yeah, let's go take a look. Been doing a lot of thinking lately about the trip and the bike, because spending hours and hours on end on that in that tractor, you do get time to think. Sometimes you go a bit nuts as well, but you do get time to think. And I've been thinking about mainly a lot about my bike and legalities of the bike and so on. And one of the things I'm thinking about was possibly changing the bike. And as much as I love her, she's a beautiful girl, there's a few reasons why I was thinking about getting a lighter bike, a smaller bike, something like a 250, because I'll say I'm an alright rider, I can get through most stuff, but and I've ridden her on sand and stuff like that before, but only on like very slow, not very slowly, but within reason. But yeah, so why am I thinking about getting a smaller bike? One, because the carnet for this bike, the new carnet, is ridiculously expensive, although I do get all the money I put into it back when I return the carnet, when I return the bit of paperwork for the bike, minus 150 euros or something every year. But it's the initial outlay of getting a carnet, and I could buy a bike here for pretty much the same amount it costs to get a carnet. But then I have the other problem of shipping this bike out of the country and so on and so on. Reason number two is I'm restricted as to what I could do on this bike, like only because of me. It's my riding skills, and yeah, the bike as well, like she's bone stock standard, I haven't really done anything to her. And yeah, like I'm restricted from things I'm able to do. For example, in a few weeks' time, there's a load of Aussies, like motovloggers, like famous motovloggers, who've just invited me along to go across the Simpson Desert with them. But they're all on KTM 690s. There's one guy on a KTM 1190, but they have quite a bit more experience than me in riding sand, because most of them have done it before. So yeah, basically I've said no, because I don't feel my riding skills on a large bike like this is going to be ideal. I don't want them holding up for me or whatever. And another example was going through Mongolia. I went through the southern route, which is like still hard going, but it's nowhere near as adventurous as the northern route, and you don't get to see so much. Although I did still enjoy it. If I had a smaller bike, a lighter bike, I would have gone the northern route. A bit more adventurous, a bit more fun. Of course I can take this bike, but again, my riding skills and pushing this heavy thing through waist high water, well, not waist high waters, but high waters is just not going to happen. So yeah, and when I have done a bit of dirt, yeah, I've really enjoyed it, and she does it well. But a smaller bike at 250 is so much better. And if I did get a smaller bike, I'd have to cut down on all my kit and go very minimalist, which is what I'd like to do actually. But yeah, and obviously a smaller bike is cheaper to ship. Another reason for getting an Australian smaller bike is I won't pay for the carnet next year, or the 2 years I'm in New Zealand straight after that, so 3 years with about having to organise the carne. I recently found out on a overlanding website that you don't actually need a carne if you're an Australian vehicle. Obviously I'd have to look further into that, but it seems to be that way at the moment. So that's another plus side to getting a smaller bike, an Australian bike. But yeah, I'm just saying that to see what you guys think. I love doing this, like cruising on the highway on my bike, which is what this is really good for. Oh well, it does both fairly well. Like 250, you won't have the grunt obviously, but I think I'll still have the fun in it. And obviously the 250, like, 'cause I want to do more dirt roads and places that no one really goes, and stupid roads. I'll be much more confident to attacking them on a 250. Its dry weight is pretty, it's like, I don't know, 60 or 70 kilos lighter than this one, I think. Oh no, it's about 40 or 50 kilos lighter than this, which is a lot. 50 bags of sugar, put it that way. And yeah, and I've also been thinking, on the other hand, I do love this bike. She's my baby, and I want to do my whole trip on her. And I've been seeing these videos at the on YouTube, mainly Motorcycle Adventure Dirt Bike TV. They make brilliant videos, and one of them is the modifications to an XT, like new exhaust, which gives you more power, saves weight, like steering dampers, which will help with the handling of the bike when it's off-road, new suspension, which again makes it handle off-road a lot better from what I've seen in the videos. I'd have to test drive one of these well done, well made up bikes, but it seems like there's a lot that can be done to this bike. One, to save weight, two, to improve its ability off-road, which is the main thing would be suspension, because that's one of its weak points, and yeah, give it a bit more grunt, and maybe some lighter handlebars, less mirrors. That's the other thing. I've been spending $2.5 grand, like Australian, to get like a well set up Tenere, which is kind of exciting as well, and it'll tackle most things and most things better. And yeah, the third option is just practice some more and get more confident with the bike as it is. Yeah, I just thought I'd talk about that for a bit, like see what, if any of you guys got any opinions on that, please share them.